नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am Dr. Bharat Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Pathology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today's topic is thrombosis part 2. Regulation of coagulation system. Normally the blood is kept in fluid state and the coagulation system is kept in check by controlling mechanisms. These are as under. First is protease inhibitors, fibrinolytic system. Two type of plasminogen activator are identified: tissue type plasminogen activator and urokinase like plasminogen activator. Fourth is alteration of blood flow. It is described in relation to normal blood flow. Normally, there is axial flow of blood. Turbulence and stresses occur in thrombosis in which the normal axial flow of blood is disturbed. Hypercoagulable state, thrombophilia. Thrombophilia or hypercoagulable state are a group of conditions having increased risk or predisposition to develop venous thrombosis. These conditions may be hereditary or acquired. Hereditary factor. These include deficiency or mutation of some factors. Examples are deficiency of antithrombin, third, deficiency of protein C and S, mutation in factor 5, lead-in, defect in fibrinolysis, and increased level of coagulation factor, factor second and 8. Secondary or acquired factors. Thrombosis is favored by certain risk factors, some predisposing clinical conditions, and phospholipid antibody syndrome. There are two types of APLA: lupus anticoagulant antibody and anticardiolipin antibody. Now, cardiac thrombi. Thrombi may form in any of chambers of the heart and on the valve's cusps. They are more common in the atrial appendages, especially of the right atrium, and on mitral and aortic valves, such as vegetations seen in infective endocarditis and non-bacterial thrombotic endocarditis. Atrial thrombi. Examples are aorta, aorta aneurysm and arteritis, coronary arteries, atherosclerosis, mesenteric arteries, atherosclerosis and arteritis, arteries of limb, atherosclerosis, diabetic mellitus, Buerger's disease, Raynaud's disease, or in renal artery, atherosclerosis and arteritis, cerebral artery, atherosclerosis and vasculitis. Venous thrombi. Examples are vein of lower limb, deep veins of legs, varicose vein, popliteal femoral and iliac vein, post-operative stages and postpartum. In pulmonary veins, CHF, pulmonary hypertension. In hepatic and portal vein, portal hypertension. In superior vena cava, infection in head and neck. In inferior vena cava, extension of thrombus from hepatic vein. Mesenteric veins, volvulus, intestinal obstruction, and in renal vein, renal amyloidosis. Capillary thrombi. Minute thrombi composed mainly of packed red cells are formed in the capillaries in acute inflammatory lesions, vasculitis, and in disseminated intravascular coagulation. Fate of thrombus. First is resolution. Thrombus activates the fibrinolytic system with consequent release of plasmin, which may dissolve the thrombus completely, resulting in resolution. Second is organization. If the thrombus is not removed, it starts getting organized. Phagocytic cells appears and begin to phagocytose fibrin and cell debris. Third is propagation. The thrombus may enlarge in size due to more and more deposition from the constituent of flowing blood. Fourth is thromboembolism. The thrombi in early stage and in infected thrombi are quite friable and may get detached from the vessel wall. These are released in part or completely in bloodstream as emboli. Clinical features. Cardiac thrombi. Large thrombi in the heart may cause sudden death, but by mechanical obstruction of blood flow or through thromboembolism to vital organs. Arterial thrombi. These cause ischemic necrosis of the deprived part, infarct, which may lead to gangrene. Sudden death may occur following thrombosis of coronary arteries. Venous thrombi. These may cause following effects: thromboembolism, edema of the area drained, poor wound healing, skin ulcers, painful thrombosed vein, thrombophlebitis, painful white leg due to iliofemoral venous thrombosis in postpartum cases, thrombophlebitis, migraines in cancer, and fourth is capillary thrombi. Microthrombi in microcirculation may give rise to disseminated intravascular coagulation. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you all enjoyed this session. If you have any query, please mention it in comment box. Thank you.